Let's identify the quadric surface. What's the problem? I know I hear the sigh. It's not in standard form, which means you have to do what? Complete the square, right? Yeah, yay. It never goes away, does it? No. So we're not even sure what the heck it is, but if we complete the square, I think it'll become clear, hopefully. So what do we group together first of all? Powers of x, right? So what I got 9x, I'm just crossing them out to keep track of them. 9x squared minus 54x. And then what? Y squared, so plus y squared minus 4y. And then minus 9z squared minus 54z plus 4 equals 0. I get everything you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you know the drill. What do we need in front of the x squared? Well, 1 might be nice, right? So now you're not going to want to divide by 9, right, to get a 1 in front of the x squared. That would create a mess over here. Everything else would be divided by 9. Okay, 9 goes into 54, and 9 goes into 9, but this would be a mess, and this would be a mess, this would be a mess. So what do? You factor out that 9. So factor out the 9, leave space for a perfect square trinomial. What's left if you factor out a 9 from just the powers of x? X squared minus 6x. Okay, leave a little space because we're going to complete the square in a second, right? Now what about, we might, if we're creative here, we might be able to save ourselves some work. So we already have a 1 in front of the y squared, right? So we're good to go on that. And then what would actually complete the square on it? Hey, we happen to have a plus 4. So we could just move this guy over here, and then this guy will factor. It's a perfect square trinomial, right? But that we got lucky with that one. Then what can we factor out of the powers of z? Minus 9, and then what's left? Z squared plus 6z, leave space. And then we moved the 4 over, so that should be everything. We're kind of completing the square in parallel, I guess. Everybody good there? All right, so look at x squared minus 6x. What do you do to complete the square? Half of minus 6, so what's that? Minus 3. What are you going to do with that? Square it and add it, but what did you really add? 81. So nice to teach a class that knows that. So if you missed that, yeah, it's not, you're adding 9 inside the parentheses, but the net is 81 because you have to think of it, what it would be after you distribute. And then what does x squared minus 6x plus 9 factor to be? And then don't forget the 9 out front, right? And then what does y squared minus 4y plus 4 factor to be? Y minus 2 quantity squared. And then minus 9 times, what is, we didn't actually complete the square yet. So you guys tell me, what do we need to do? Take half of that. So I like to put the plus 3 in, so I don't have to think too hard about what to factor in the next step. And then I take that 3 and I square it. And what did I really do?
Negative 81.
Negative 81. That means I got to subtract 81. I'm back to 0. That's okay. And then, so what does z squared plus 6z plus 9 factor to be? Z plus 3. There you go. Quantity squared equals 0. Okay, now it's not a standard form yet, but notice there's no separate constant term, is there? There's no like plus 4 or anything left after we've done all our tricks. So you just see a quantity being squared, well, except for the constants, except for the constant factors. You see a quantity being squared plus a quantity being squared minus a quantity being squared. That's a telltale sign. It's a... Oh, wait. Okay, I heard a lot of different answers. Let's go back and look. Which one of these has all squared terms and looks like it could possibly be what we have here? Okay. So let's see. Oh, but the problem is the 1 here, right? This guy is z to the 1, that's not going to do it. This guy is z to the 1, no. Everything, ooh, look at that. And in fact, it would have a minus z squared if we subtracted it and got 0 on one side. That's the thing we're looking for. So if I want to put it in standard form, let me go ahead and add 9 times the quantity z plus 3 quantity squared to both sides. And I'm going to flip it around and make it 9 times z plus 3 quantity squared equals 9 times x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared. Everybody agree so far? Then to get it in standard form, we want a 1 in front of the z plus 3 quantity squared, so divide by 9, and we'll get z plus 3 equals the 9 will go away here. Z plus 3 quantity squared, that is, equals x minus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 2 quantity squared over 9. Okay, so we know this is a cone. Can you give me the center, what the center would be, using what you know about, translations from other classes? So 3, the center would be 3, 2, negative 3. So let's say C for center, C, capital C for center. Okay, and then we already identified it, so we're good to go.